I think we're on. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Black Cats TV. We're on. We're ready to go. Another game. 7th game of the season away at Manchester United. An easy win predicted at Manchester United. According to the other part of the channel, Mike says 3,257-0. That is written as the home team to the away team, though, Mike. So if you wouldn't mind redoing it, that would be really appreciated. So I think we've got a few of you in so far. Let's have a look here. We've got Drone Pilot Adventures. He says Sunderland are going to win 2-1. I think you joined the leaderboard last week with your 1-0 over Forest. Lee went for a 2-2. Lee, of course, was the winner last year when we started doing this here. Paul Armstrong, hi everyone. Hi everyone, lads. 2-1 win. So yeah, I think he's going for that one there. Paul, hi. And you've said hello again. Hi, Paul. You all right, mate? So I think if I quickly get this up on here, sorry, I've got my new setup, so I'm a bit all over it. Here is the current leaderboard of this season that we have here. I need to update it, right? But everyone under Tony and L12 Bong have 1 point all the way down there. There you are, Drone Pilot Adventures. I knew you joined it last week there. So everyone under is on 1. And Mike in 3rd, obviously, because he got 1 right against West Ham because he fluked it. But Tony and L12 Bong, they're up there with 2 each. So, still time if everyone wants to get their scores in. It's just showing highlights of the Nottingham Forest game, which I'm not opposed to it doing, of course, here. Just getting all set up on here. Sue Pierce, I'm 2-1. Is that to United or to Sunderland? I'm assuming it's to Sunderland because you are my family and you support Sunderland too. But we'll see. Tom, SAFC Tom's in the house. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. I had a dream 3-1. We'll go 3-1. Right, we'll get you started up there. So, team lineup that we've got on here. John Swinney's in. Sorry, just popped up there. John, what time's it there now? Because when you were talking to us on Wednesday at what our time was like 10:30 at night, you said it was like 3 a.m. where you are. So what time are you watching the game at now? Because I think you're in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken there. Changing Crisis, I'm glad Adingra is playing. Brian Scotia Mackham, hey Conrad, 2-1 for us. How are the lads? Yep, I'm all over that one. Brian, how you doing? So team, just while they're changing Crisis, brings up about Adingra there. We have got Roofs in goal, of course. Hume, Mukele, Alderete, Masuaku continues at left back, Xhaka, Sadiq Lefay, and then incoming is Traore and Adingra with Isidore up top. So I think we're clearly targeting the high wing backs under the Ruben Amorim system. For the game, they'll be pushing quite high up. Ahmad, of course, is starting for Man United, and he'll be playing as quite a high wing back. So I think if there was any criticism of him when we had him, was we didn't need him to defend because he was so good going forward. So hopefully he still isn't defending for Man United today. Let's us have a few, and then we'll get Ruben Amorim out and we'll buy him in January, as I like to say on Wednesday, on the table. So John Swinney says it's 2:50 a.m. Christ, that's like commitment, John. But what a guy to be up watching the match and also listening to me. So fair play, John, fair play. Brian, you're in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Brian Scotia Mackham, aren't you? So what time are we on over there? Lee, looking forward to see what Traore brings instead of Talby. Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, we saw a glimpse of it against Forest, where he was very good at tracking back with his right back colleague behind him, and good at sort of good legs on him to get out, of course, there. So I think we're going to be looking at a ball in over the top for him there. M, just simply M. So I'm thinking that's the boss from MI5 has gone for a 3-0. So 3-0 for M. Just M. Brian Scotia Mackham says it's 10:50 a.m. These are commitments from everyone. Look at this. I'm sitting here at 10 to 3 in the afternoon, and I'm still tired, and you guys must be absolutely shattered. Although I have 2 kids that are, one's very young. So that's my good. Ned Kelly, good day. He says 2-1 the lads. Ned, is your time different to John Swinney's in New Zealand? I don't know how that works. Are you at 2:50 a.m. or around there as well? I think you're an Aussie boy. John Swinney, you got it good. You got it good, Brian, right? Changing Crisis. Traore, let's have a look. It's so unfooted. He's going to be looking to cut in constantly. I think he'll get a goal on or assist. Get your money on that then. Get your money on it. What time is it in Mexico, says Lee. Google it. I imagine it's probably, well, Florida's like 5 hours behind, so it must be like 10. It's going to be 8. ish in the morning. Who knows? 0-2 Sunderland says Rokinley, Isidore or Wilson will score first. I really hope so, because I'm really enjoying saying to Mike that Isidore is rightfully starting at the moment. Ned Kelly, it's 11:50 p.m. God, I didn't realise there was such a time difference between there and New Zealand. I thought it could be on the same one. That just shows I am thick. So if you wouldn't mind, 20 of you in at the minute, and I'll see you typing. If you wouldn't mind just giving us a like if you haven't already, or even a hype if you get 3 hypes a week. And if you haven't used it up yet, if you wouldn't mind giving us it on here, gets this shared out to everybody who could watch it, could be up on the, for watching it as well. I'll take that off a minute there so we can see it. Oh my God, there's so many things you've got to do. It's ridiculous. There it is, the like and subscribe thing that I'm talking about on here. So if you wouldn't mind getting the likes in now before we start, then we don't have to do it during the game. Although I'm sure SAFC Tom will be on it, and so will Mike, telling you to get it done during the game. So what do we think of the lineup? I'm quite interested to see Adingra back in. Adingra has started the first 2 games and then has been sort of bit part player since the Brentford game, where he dropped out, of course, and Enzo started. And then I need to make you do that. Right. Okay. Sorry, I've just seen Mike come in. I can do that. Hold on. So strange. Did it go live? I had to refresh the page. How bizarre. Even though Diallo versus Masuaku is terrifying, 2-0 lad, says Stibbs. It is a bit, but I think with Alderete in there as well, that's the comment there. Oh, that's a cool cat in your picture there. Lovely little black cat there. I think Alderete will be able to cover over with him as well. So we should be all right. We should be okay. How do I do this here? Am I in the right one? No. It would help, wouldn't it? Help if I was on the right one. Talk amongst yourselves for a second here while me and Mike do something we probably should have done a long time ago. Add as moderator. There you go. He's only been on the channel since it started, and probably before even I came onto it there. So there you are. We have 2 of you in there. So what's this? So we've got some banners up at Old Trafford. 0161 MUFC. These are piss poor, aren't they? Stadium looks half empty. I see the Man United lineup has made some, what shall we say? They've put the new goalie in. The new goalie that they obviously bought in January is starting today. I don't know whether to be a little bit like, I want to say insulted by Amorim and Man United, thinking that that this is the time to get the why have they got a banner of Eric Cantona kicking the fan? Surely that's not allowed. And Ruben Amorim's Red and White Army, that's a strange one for them. Yeah, I think he's trying anything he can, Amorim, to sort of see if he can get something from this game, because I think if we manage to come away with a positive result or even win the game, I think he's out. So I really wouldn't be surprised at that. So yeah, he's thrown in the goalkeeper, Lemens. He's got Yoro, De Ligt and Luke Shaw as a back 3. Amad Diallo as right wing back. Diogo Dalot as left wing back. Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in the middle. Mbuemo, Sesko and Mason Mount as your front 3. Jonathan Brinkman. Hello, mate. You all right? That's my good friend from over in America there. Hey, what time's it in Mexico? I know you're not in Mexico. You're in Texas. But that's as close as I can get you, Jonathan. Amorim for a job. Yep, is that what we're saying, SJ? They have nothing on their right. It will be all down the left side. For that, well, they've got Mbuemo out on the right and Diallo there, but Diallo's going to tactically make sure that he has an absolute shocker and help us out. He's going to forget that he even cared for Man United at any point in his career and get us Louisiana. That's close, isn't it? It's like nearby Mexico. That was somewhere near. I thought you were in Texas this whole time. Been looking in the wrong place. Oh, like 50 likes for Light Target today as a new mod. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. 8:58. God, the commitment of all of you lot. Right, what have we got? Which one's the furthest one ahead? The Sunderland one keeps buffering, so we won't want that one. I've got Xhaka in the tunnel, getting ready to lead out the legends that is. We'll give it an update, because that is a great time to do it live, just before the game starts. What time is it where you are, Mike? Seeing as we're asking everyone, what time is it where you are, Mike? Is it still 5 to 3 like me? I imagine it is. There we go. Out the players come on my one. No, I'm ahead. Here come the players. Xhaka leading us out. Does anyone know who the referee is? Have we had him before this season? Or not before this season, but like before in this season, I should say. 35 likes to go, says SAFC Tom. Yeah, not too far. Premier 2, that's exactly what I'm on. Our defence are going to have to be on their game, in my opinion. Can't give Sesko the chance. Wood had that last week, because I reckon he'll bury it. Yeah, well, I don't know. He's not... He hasn't shown me that he's that sort of ready yet, I guess, but he's certainly a dangerous player. We can't really let any of their front three go. They've all got, as much as we like to sort of and think, I'd like to talk about it, this is still going to be a very, very tricky game. But saying that, it's also probably the best chance we're going to have in a long, long time, and I'm not including when we were out of the Premier League, just any game recently, of going to Old Trafford and getting a win. So I think we've earned the right, especially in these first 6 games, to think we're more than capable of it. Whether it comes across as that, and as long as we don't get a red card after 4 minutes like the Chelsea player did. Is Ahmad starting, not seeing the lineup? Yes, he is. He is at right wing back for them, so he's there. With his Bezzy mate Simon Adingra starting as well on the other side. All right. Well, thank you for that. It's just put the lineup for Man United. So Lamens in goal, De Ligt, Yoro, Shaw as a back 3. Ahmad, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes and Dalot across the middle. And then you've got Mbeumo and Mason Mount in behind Benjamin Sesko up top. I'm actually quite looking forward to this commentary, because normally with me and Mike, it takes us a good 35, 40 minutes to know any of the other team's players' names. And I'm pretty confident that I could know most of Man United's players from the start there. Lee says the referee is Stuart Atwell. If I remember rightly, and this is because I have a stupid memory, wasn't Stuart Atwell the ref when we went to Liverpool and drew 2-2, and he... You know that one when Michael Turner rolled the ball back and they ran through and scored, and we were all like, we haven't taken the free kick, but he was like, no, it's a goal, it's fine. So, Regis, we've already talked about it, but why not? Sunderland lineup, what they're saying is a 4-2-3-1. Roofs in goal, Hume, Mukiele, Alderete, Masuaku, Xhaka and Siddiqui, Adingra, Traore and Lefebvre in that order. That's completely wrong. And Isidore up top. Got a good chance. I'm hoping for it. Siddiqui's pose is the shush. Hopefully he does that to Old Trafford today when he scores an absolute worldie. Coffee Goblin's in. What have you said there, Coffee Goblin? Let's have a look. We'll win this 3-1. We scored 2 in quick succession at the end of the first half. They get one back in the last 30, and we score on the break with them attacking to equalise. I mean, that would be a perfect story and a perfect game. I think I've said 1-0. I think I'm just thinking of the Forest one. Mike says, I've got the one that in time with you, but no sound on, or if you want sound, 30 seconds behind. Yeah, I've got no sound. I don't need sound on. Mike did say 2-0, so I've starred that up there. But interestingly, Mike, earlier on, where was that? You also said 3,257 0 to Man United. So, make your mind up. So, I think we're just doing what's going on here? Stop pausing. I'm going to have to go with the Man United one, I think, because that one just keeps going. No, they've all gone. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. Thank you, Mike. All right, let's get that working again. Come on. of all the times your streams likes to mess about, you're sitting here watching Leeds Tottenham before the game, and it's like, yeah, fine, no problems whatsoever. And then as soon as the game goes to start, it's like buffering like mad. It knows all the people want to watch Sunderland. That's what it is. Right, they've completed their minute silence at the ground there. Manchester United get into a huddle and they're probably going, right, lads, if we all play this properly and look like we're trying, but secretly we're not, we can get rid of this guy. That's exactly what Bruno Fernandes is saying. He went, we might get someone semi-competent in, but, and then Sunderland are huddling up, saying pretty much the same thing. We can get this guy sacked if we go right about this today there. Oh, dear. I'm surprised we're wearing the blue kit. Because normally they even count, what is it, shorts as a kit clash. I could have sworn we'd be in black because of the Man United always playing in the red shorts, but never mind. Doesn't matter. I prefer the blue one anyway. Xhaka has set us underway. Here we go. All the way back to Roofs. Long ball forward, slightly out to the right-hand side. Yeah, now's a great time for an advert. De Ligt wins the header, gets it down to Bremo, flicks it forward to Sesko, intercepted by Hume. To come to Diogo Dalot, who completely miscontrols it. It rolls out for a throw-in right next to the Sunderland technical area. It does look like sensible soccer. Do you remember the game on PlayStation 1? What was it just called? Onside? Or there was one called Red Card as well, where it was literally just going around deliberately like two-footing people. So I'll give you a time check when it's on mic, because they haven't even put it on yet. At the moment, I've got a time check of Stuart Atwell written on the screen. There we go. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Shall I just do this for 90 minutes? So the breeze already telling all the players to calm down. He's like, calm down. It's only Man United. So flick on by Sesko. Nordy doesn't quite get his clearance away and gives it to Mount. Mount goes down the line. Xhaka bullies Sesko off the ball and him and Hume together get it away. Xhaka smashes the ball forward straight into the other half. The keeper comes out to get the ball for him, stop it going out for a throw-in. No one's putting pressure on the keeper, but Isidore and Adingra have closed down Yoro. He's given it over to De Ligt. De Ligt holding onto the ball now, gives it to the keeper. We're very high pressing them on the edge of the box, but we're letting their keeper have it. Yoro's got the ball off the keeper, gone to Casemiro around the corner to Amad Diallo, who does manage to keep that in. Amad gives it to Yoro, long ball forward to Sesko, tries a little flick, but it comes straight to Siddiqui. Siddiqui to Masuaku, spins on the ball and gets away. If that was on purpose, that was unreal. Long ball across the pitch, looking for Traore, who looks like he's running through quicksand and doesn't get after it. He doesn't look happy with the ball, if I'm being honest, but maybe he just hadn't stretched his legs or got the first run under his belt for that one there. Jonathan Brinkman says, I'm about 30 seconds ahead. Well, no spoilers. And then I'm nervous and optimistic at the same time, says Bean Bergman. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up very well. So, Roofs has the ball, gives it to Alderete, and gives it down to McKaylee. Slowly just coming out. No one from Manchester United high pressing us. It's gone back to Alderete on the far side. He's looking down the line, plays the ball into Adingra. Adingra up against Yoro, gives it to Siddiqui. Driving forward, plays it into Adingra. Is Yoro going to get there? He does, but Adingra wins it back and Fernandes clears it up and kicks it out of play for a throw-in. An example there, we drew out their centre-back straight away with someone from the wing there, and we'd have been in behind there if it just bounced away from him. So that's the plan. Draw out their centre-backs with Adingra and Traore and then get in behind them. Siddiqui back to Masuaku, gives it to Alderete. Nice little turn past Sesko, driving forward now. Plays the ball into Isidore's feet, held off De Ligt. Still got it. Nice little Maradona turn, gets away from him, gives it to Xhaka. Xhaka plays in Adingra down the left side. I don't think anyone's in the box, though. Adingra swings it in. Traore, miskicked it. He had a free shot from 4 yards and he's missed the ball. Oh, man. Could have been 1-0 up after 3 minutes. Great play again. The centre-backs were completely drawn out. It might have been given as offside anyway, Adingra there on the freeze frame, but Dalot just stopped running after him. I don't know how you do a missed kick for that one there, but great start. Should have scored, but there is potential that Adingra was offside, but how do you not even make contact with that? Oh, dear me, Traore. Good position. Good positions we got ourselves in there. Alderete easily gets the ball off Sesko. Xhaka dinks it over one. Sesko manages to get his foot to it, but kicks Xhaka in the process, and a free kick is given. 3 minutes and 54 seconds. 55, 56, 57. I'd send Sesko off if I was this ref. We look like the home side, says Coffee Goblin. Well, we play like the one anyway. That felt... Did he actually touch Xhaka there? That felt very Dominguez. Right now, they're trying to high press Roofs, but Roofs goes long, looking for Adingra. He's up against Yoro. Yoro wins the header down to Casemiro. Nice little pass between the two of them, and Casemiro gets it through to Mount. In behind to Mbuemo, his first touch lets him down, but he was offside anyway, and Roofs collects the ball calmly. Even if it's offside, would have been called there. That was a fantastic chance. Yeah, exactly. Shows exactly what we're trying to do in the game plan to be. Alderete with it now. Gives it back to Nordi. Coming out a bit forward now. Sesko's going to close down. Gives it to Hume. Bit of a loose touch, but he manages to get away with it. And we've decided this is the time for a pause. There we go. Hume is now back on the ball. There's been a bit of a time delay there. Now 4 minutes 53, 54, 55. It did freeze for a second there. Alderete plays it into Xhaka. Xhaka being chased by Fernandez. Lays it off to Masuaku, gives it back to Alderete. The high press from Manchester United's coming now, but we seem to be dealing with it rather well. Lovely ball through Alderete. Gives it to, I don't know who that was, Enzo. That was it. Enzo does kick it against his own hand, but the ref doesn't give it, I think, and Enzo wins it back for Nordi. He tried to play an Isidore, but it was kicked out. Traore taking on Diallo, gives it to Xhaka. Xhaka gives it back to Nordi. Back to Xhaka, gives it down to Hume on this right side. Hume into Traore, turns, gives it to Noah Sadike, gives it to Hume just in front of him, and we've given the ball away. So here come Manchester United. Fernandez looking for options, finds Diallo out on this far side. Diallo running up against Masuaku, cuts all the way inside, plays it into Sesko, and now Mbuemo. Mbuemo's got time to turn. Great tackle from Masuaku, gets it away from him, and Adingra comes back and wins the foul from Mbuemo. See, they don't know what they've got in Ahmad. They give him the ball, and that's the first actual good bit of play that they've done. Let's keep the ball away from him. Mike's pretending it's 1-0. 42 minutes, mate. If that happens, you're not human. I'm guessing that was his prediction. Oh, you're right. You were clarifying it was a Sunderland goal. I know, because you keep putting the scorer as the home team. Amorim in his Manchester United trackie. He's bought from the club shop with his own money. Roofs has got the free kick now. Masuaku's definitely starting better today. Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't think it would have been that difficult. Sadike wins it back, gives it to Adingra. Adingra turns inside Casemiro. He's got Ahmad behind him who does dispossess him, and they get it away with two players, Manchester United. Masuaku's right on the back of Mbuemo every single time. I think he knows he's going to be in for a tough game if he gives him a bit of time. Was Traore's chance on his right foot? No, it was on his left. He sort of ran in diagonal and sort of tried to pass it with his left like that, but just missed it. He did make contact with it, but nowhere near enough, and it still sort of skimmed out behind. It still went out for a throw-in. That's how little contact he made for it there. It's a nice trackie. It is. It's all right, I suppose. Adingra has the Roberts bug. Tries to take on one too many. Well, if he can have the Roberts bug that he had last night with the goal, I'll be all right with that. A run that he hadn't made for us in about 4 years last night, Patrick Roberts. Casemiro now finds Diallo out on this wing. He's got Masuaku up in company. Yeah, every time he cuts inside, Masuaku and Sadiki and Xhaka are all there with him. I think they know the danger he causes. And Mbuemo flips it into Mount. Oh, it's 1-0. And Mbuemo cut it in from the far side. It landed to Mount in the D at the edge of the area, and he took a touch and then sort of put it past Roofs there. 1-0 to Manchester United. Mason Mount has scored. Hopefully there'll be something wrong with it. Mike, it's because you were putting 1-0 all the time instead of, what do you call it, doing it the right way around. And Mbuemo got it. Gave it to Mount just inside the D. Took a touch. We sort of stood off him. We didn't close him down. I think we were quite close actually anyway, but it's not in the far corner, but Roofs had gone sort of lent the other way, really. He wasn't going to get to it. He tried his best. 1-0 Manchester United. What was that defending? It was a bit... That's the first time I've ever seen them a bit slack, but it was a very quick chance. Like, as soon as it came to Mount and he had his first touch, it bounced once and he hit it. I don't think it was one of them where... I think he took it very quickly, which is what sort of moved our defenders out of the way. We've come back into it, and Sunderland have already won the ball back and going forward. Traore doesn't quite get onto that one. United now knocking it about. Hume wins it, gives it to Enzo. Loose touch, gives it back to Fernandes. Hey, well, we've come from behind against Aston Villa. We've come from behind against Brentford. I'm all right at the moment. It's early enough. Sesko now. Alderete with a lovely tackle on him. Xhaka gets the ball. Keep going with the game plan. We've played well for the first 7 minutes. Let's see how we go. Adingra facing up against Yoro. Goes past one. No, they've doubled up on him. That was where you needed to release the ball. And then Adingra gives a silly foul away on Ahmad. Like you said, Mike, he's got to move it quicker. He had one player up against him, and he waited and he waited and he waited to try and take him on. And by that point, there was two. Hey. Nine minutes 59. 10 minutes on the clock, he says, as it decides to freeze again. Come on. And now we've gone back 10 seconds. Let's drop back to the other one. That's not working there. What have we got over here? That's like 30 seconds behind now. Okay, I'm going to have to go onto the other stream at the minute because it's the other one keeps freezing. So we're going to have to drop back like 30 seconds or so. So now we're at 10 minutes. If you're keeping in line with me there, 10 minutes and then 1 second, 2 seconds. But this one's more consistent and more and working. That's the main thing. Jury's still out on Adingra. Yeah, that's probably the best way of saying it. How long till... I saw, did Lebris say Mundle's going to be back in a few weeks now? Not too long anyway. So Ahmad on the ball. It came down from the right-hand side as well from them. I think Ahmad was the one who might have laid it off to Mbuemo, who got it in for Mount. Mount gives the ball down to Diallo, gives it... Not Diallo, Dallo. There's too many players with the same name. Goes back to Shaw. Shaw across to De Ligt. Use far and who's on. I'm on it. It's not buffering. Long ball over the top, but it's gone far over everyone's head, and Roos has easily collected that one. 11 minutes gone. 1-0 Manchester United. We've come back from worse and with 10 men, so not worried at the moment. I think it was a snapshot that just caught us all off track, off guard, I should say. See how we react. That's the one now. SAFC Tom, hit the like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Yes, please do what Tom says. That would be great. Thank you. We're just passing it around between Roos and Alderete, side to side here, trying to find the channel time. Check, had to pause for like 30 seconds. So did I, Mike, because the stream went off. I'm on 11 minutes 44, 45, 46. Long ball forward. Isidore running in behind. Is he going to get that? No, it just runs away from him there. I think Shaw did have a swipe out him, or maybe tried to just put off his run a little bit there, but that was a bit of a desperation pass there because we didn't have anything on going side to side. Might be rich coming from me, but what the hell is that guy's haircut in the crowd? Jesus. Looks like a Donald Trump sort of whatever you would call it. They're awful sort of, like, just looks like you've got a wig laid on top of your head. Maybe I should get one. Long ball forward from their keeper. Hume manages to nudge Dallo out of the way, and it's gone straight out for a throw as the ball boy comes on with a towel. Why? It's not even raining, mate. The other ball's on a cone. I think we'll be fine. Hume giving it to Nordy to take the throw. I'm looking to get us a bit longer down the line here. Giving the eyes to Traore, telling him to run backwards as he runs towards him. Plays the ball into Enzo. Enzo does manage to trap it on the second attempt. Nordy gives the ball away to Fernandes. Fernando plays in Sesko. Sesko gives it away, and we manage to come away with it. Enzo That's awful from Shaw, right through the back of Isidore. And Enzo's down on the pitch as well. Has Shaw got frosted tips? I mean, I don't know what they are, but yes, we'll go with that. It's great that they scored. I was worried they couldn't get my prediction is through. Suspect. It's never great that the opposition score, but if you're after the money, that's fine. I'm not joking, Tony. You're top of the league. It's all right. You want to stay there. It's bittersweet as I have Arsenal, Southampton, Man United for £400. See, I've got us. Long ball forward from Xhaka, finds Hume, crosses it into the box, cleared by Shaw. That was good. It was really good. Caught them out with one ball over the top from Xhaka. He's just different gravy, isn't he? Nordy coming out for a long throw, and they haven't moved their advertising boards in like what we do. Someone else offering a towel. The ball barely touched the floor, man. The guy with white hair and a white beard in the crowd. It must be Santa. Has anyone told you you look like Matthew Clark, who plays for Derby? I think so. Yeah, the one who used to be at Portsmouth when we were in League One. Yeah, I've had that before. Because he's bald and has a beard. That's about it. Nordy, long throw-in, gets all the way to the 6-yard box. Sesko wins the header, it comes out. Traore nods it back down to Nordy, back to Traore, left foot, swings it in, far post. Enzo's backtracking. It's gone over him. Is he going to get there? He does. Holds off Ahmad and goes back to Xhaka. Xhaka with a swinger. Isidore doesn't quite get on the end of it. Hume's been blocked off. It's going to come to Nordy on the edge. Nordy does really well, gives it to Traore. Oh, they're saying I think Isidore was offside there. Don't know, the linesman has a little bit of a look of Kevin Phillips about him. It's the day of lookalikes at Old Trafford. Ruben Amorim squatting down, taking a shit on the Old Trafford technical area there, it seems like. Probably needed in this one. I don't know. We haven't actually got it on the... I mean, this could be probably Isidore or Mayenda at this point here. We haven't really got it to him or played anything to the striker yet to know if they're on it or not, really. We have to get him the ball first. Long ball forward. Isidore chasing it. Delit heads it back to the goalie. I'm a bit concerned about, as you said before, Mike, Adingra so far. Because when he's got the ball, he hasn't sort of driven on. He sort of still wants to do a few too many touches. And obviously it's Traore's first game. He's a bit rusty, shall we say. But we'll see. Masuaku now heads it on. Alderete. Whoa. Alderete and Xhaka got in a bit of a tangle there, and I think Alderete's booted Xhaka in the face. Is he all right? He's fine. Xhaka came in to make sure the header was dealt with and gave it back to Roofs there, and Alderete, I think, was trying to clear it the other way, but was at a difficult angle. But Xhaka took charge of the situation and took a whack for his troubles. Alderete tried to do a scissor kick and I think kicked Xhaka. Yeah, he kicked him in the chest or the chin, one of the two. We need to calm down. We don't need to rush ourselves. Come on, Granite. Sort them out. Probably hurt Buemo's foot, probably. Xhaka's had to go off because he's been kicked in the head, so he's just going to have to take a few seconds. Nordy looks a bit disappointed so far. He's all ready to come back on. Granite made a strong stuff. If you hate Newcastle, hit the like button. Didn't even get kicked in the head. Stop concussion checking it. It's not even our physios doing it. It's someone else's. Roof's long ball forward. Casemiro wins the header. Sesko had to leave it because he was offside. It's gone all the way back to Roofs. That was... Why are we aiming for one of our shortest midfielders to win a header? Roofs plays it into Siddiqui. Is Xhaka allowed on the pitch yet? How long do you have to wait? Alderete, long ball forward over the top. Adingra's in behind. That's awful. Swings it in really high. Traore does really well to win that back. Enzo gets it. Miscontrols it onto that. Masuaku with a terrible cross, and because Traore's come all the way in, it's going to bounce all the way out for a throw-in right by the corner flag. Maybe. I'd like to have his wage. Dallo with the throw-in. Gives it to Hume, and Enzo managed to win it. Plays it back to Alderete. Plays it to Nordi. Enzo's come short for it. Turns well. Finds Traore. Tackled from behind by Dallo, but no foul given. I think he did win the ball. Mount plays it through. Well cut out by Xhaka. Alderete clears it up. Xhaka fires it to Siddiqui, who's lost it. Siddiqui's won it instantly back off Casemiro. Oh, it's not Casemiro, it's Diallo. Diallo's then won it off of him. Adingra push. Why? All right, we got away with it. Good. It looked like he just shoved Diallo over, and I was like, why have you done that? But throw-in was given first, so we're all right. $18 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Masuaku over this throw-in. Throws it in. Isidore wins it, plays it into Traore, playing almost very centrally. Xhaka gives it to Nordi. All the way out to Hume. Hume swings it in looking for Isidore, but Casemiro cuts it out. Enzo then loses out to Bruno Fernandes. Sesko manages to take a touch. Casemiro now gives it out to Yoro. Yoro turning back and forth. Siddiqui was right there with him. We forced them all the way back to their goalie. Shaw's had to drop really deep in for it there, cutting off the line. The men's fires it forward. Nordi easily takes it on the chest and dinks it out to Hume. Hume coming down the right-hand side, gives it to Traore. Traore's almost playing as a second striker. He's very central. Hume through the legs, pushed over by Shaw. Anything given? No. I don't know if he went down a bit soft there. This ref is chocolate ice cream, says Ned Kelly. I think that's what you mean. They've swung it all the way out to Diallo now on this right-hand side. He's got space to run into. Masuaku standing him up. He's cutting into his left. Shoots. Saved by Roofs. Why did we're letting Diallo run all the way at us, and we know exactly what he can do. Adingra doesn't track back on the left, and Masuaku is letting him go inside every single time. Surely you know that's his trick. Don't let him cut inside. He loves it on his left foot, and yet we're going, yep, inside you go. Has the other one started working? Yeah, the other one started working. We've gone back to that one, see what we'll do. So, Xhaka plays it forward, cut out by Yoro. Casemiro now out to Ahmad. Ahmad back to Casemiro. He turns three Sunderland players and just comes away with it. Delete. 21:40. And Mbeumo turns Siddiqui. Every time you say time, it freezes. Stop asking for the time. Still 21:40. There we go. We're back. And Mbeumo fires it forward to Diallo. Diallo again up against Masuaku. Siddiqui now there for cover. That's terrible for Masuaku. Just flails a leg out. Shot from Mbeumo. Saved by Roos. What are we doing on that side? I think we need to swap to a 5 already. We're not getting any joy on that side, and we're not defending well at all on that left-hand side. I think I want Hume out there, and then I want back 3, and then Getraider on the other side. Roofs has made 2 good saves already. Saves that he shouldn't have had to make because we're not dealing with Mbeumo or Diallo. Yeah, I would say so, Jonathan, that they've found the weakness in our left back. Reinildo wouldn't be doing this. Mbeumo flicks it in. Sesko gives it to Yoro. Well tackled by Nordi. Breakout, come on. Fernandes scuffs it back towards Shaw, who manages to get it to the keeper. Time keeps moving all over again, so I've gone back to another one. So 22 minutes and 48, 49, 50. So apologies if it keeps moving about, but the other stream, although it's ahead, keeps breaking. We need to make a change. That side is going to cost us It is absolutely hoying it down at Old Trafford, so before long the ground will be having an absolute waterfall through it, I imagine, as they're already filming some of the floodlights giving up on for the day. Roofs is class, isn't he? It could have been 3-0 without him. Right, that's a foul from Sesko, surely. No, ref. Oh, yeah, ref has given it. I thought it was playing on because Nordy kicked it away. Oh, here's the Man United fan I know. What was you saying? It's going to be the name of that. Good goal, that. Oh, right, okay. He's actually been all right for a change. Joke, Ash. No, he's. I thought I was expecting Mount or something like that, but I think he's learned recently Man United's ways. Hume's gone all the way back to Roofs. Does that count as a save? Because it was a hard back pass. After that first sort of initial 5 minutes in the game, we've not really found ourselves attacking in any sort of way. Brinkman says, I told you this the other day, but Roofs has been my favourite signing. Yeah, I think he's been a lot of our favourite signings. Sure, easily pushing Isidore away from chasing after that one. Let's have a look. Where are we going now? Lemens forward. Alderete under it does win the header. Sesko then wins the next. Hesitation from Enzo means that United get it. Fernandez flicks it out wide to Diallo. Diallo finds Mbuemo. Mbuemo goes on the outside. Swings it in. Headed out. Miscontrolled, but Diallo gets it. Finds Mount. Bruno Fernandes. Top corner. What a save by Roofs on the bar. And Diallo misses an open goal from a header. What are we doing? We need to change it. This is ridiculous. We're going to get absolutely annihilated here if we don't swap up that side and put more in the back. I don't think we've got enough to go to another 20 minutes and change it at half-time, but what a save by Roofs that is. That's unbelievable. Fernandez just dinks it, and it's going straight in that top corner. Roof fingertips onto the post. And then Diallo with a header. I don't know if he was shooting or if he was trying to cross it, but Mount didn't look thrilled with it. Well, another angle of that save. What a save that is. We're so lucky to only be 1-0 down here. I mean, the only thing I can sort of really say about the game so far is when it comes on. Fucking Roofs. That's the only thing that's stopping it being like 4-0 at the moment. And coming down that left side again. Fernandez kicks it off Masuaku and it's a corner. We are terrible on that left side. Adingra is not tracking back, doesn't defend. Masuaku's showing them inside every single time. Sadiki's not being able to impact the game because he's having to cover for two players as well. Alderete can't come over and cover every time because he's then got two men missing in the midfield because of their attacking midfielders. We desperately screaming out to go to a back three with the wing backs here as well and try and control that midfield. Ahmad is their best player at the moment. He's been their best player for 2 years. They haven't realised. That's why I'm saying in January, on the table. Right, corner for Man United. Please don't score. And Mbuemo swings it in, doesn't beat the first man. 3 Sunderland players get it clear. Adingra just hoofs it forward and nobody was there. We were all running. Isidore nearly robs it off Ahmad, but Ahmad turns and Ahmad's having a great game here. We're going to half time to Reg. We're gonna go to Amram. What? We go in at half time to Reg. They go into Amram. All we need to do is stay within 1 goal at half time. Right, I get you now. I still think we need to make some changes. We're giving them far too much for every attack they're doing is on that right hand side for them. They're not even bothering down the other side. And Adingra gives a foul away. Yeah, Man United fan. How are they not 3 or 4-0 up? Your keeper is keeping you in it. Yes, exactly. It's all Roofs at the minute for us. Dinks it out wide. Diallo again. They're not even being subtle about it. Everything is on that side. Diallo now with Sadiki for company. Plays it back to Casemiro. Get Dembele signed in January. all the way across. Hume easily cuts out that header because as soon as they go onto the other side, Hume, Nordy, Traore and Xhaka just take it off him. It's really poor play on that other side to know that we're just getting exposed and wide open and just nothing's changing. Ahmad plays it into Mbeumo. Alderete drags him down and gets a yellow card for that. Because he got turned, he just held on to him. That's a yellow card. Seems very harsh. Is it shirt pull? Just grabs him by the midriff. Mbeumo was already on his way down and yellow card. Lovely. Brilliant. 28, 54, 55. Is it? Oh, I must have missed those other ones. Fair dues. I'm going to have to look that up. Has he really given away 3 fouls already? Right. Let's have a look here. And that's annoying. Mount flicks it on to Mbeumo. Xhaka gets it away. Casemiro plays it out to that far side again. It's Diallo. Diallo's running at us. Dinks it on the outside to Yoro. Squares the ball. Blocked. Lets it go out for a throw. He's done 2 fouls. Throw in for Man United on that far side. I have a feeling they're going to score because we're not changing it. We've let it go on. I just get this feeling that a second's coming. Throw in. Header, Sesko. Oh, fucking hell. (2-0) Manchester United. I said it was bloody coming. We've done absolutely nothing about sorting that out. We can see that we're clearly struggling on that side, and yet we've done nothing about it. That's so poor. Right, let's remove all the people who didn't have Man United scoring 2 in the thing. So no. Rokin Lee 2-0. Haha, good one. Ned Kelly 2-1. Unlucky. 3-0 by M. Unlucky. Brian Scotia Mackham 2-1. Unlucky. SAFC Tom 3-1. Unlucky. Sue Pierce 2-1. Unlucky. Mike's on still because he had 3,257 to 0 for Man United, so he's only 3,255 away. Paul Armstrong 2-1. Haha, good one. Drone Pilot Adventures 2-1. Haha, good one. Lee still in for Lee. My God, this is awful. Right, I had to pause. I was depressed for 2 minutes, and then before you saw it, how many more games is Ronaldo out for? He's out for the Wolves game, and he's back for Chelsea. Stay off your own phone for spoilers. Yeah, it's probably the best idea. Masuaku down the outside, keeps going all the way to the corner flag, gets a cross in. Traore he does win the header. Does that count as a shot on target? I think the keeper could have had a lie down and then gone and got it, and it would have gone in. Long ball forward immediately. Nordy wins the header. Are we going to go and get the goal? No, goes out. There was 2 players and they still let it go out for a throw-in. Lee says, keep it at 2-0. Reggie Lebris needs to use his wizard skills for the second half. It's just been poor. Like, we're getting absolutely wide open on that far side. A clock assessment. I think they're very well designed, and I don't think you can improve on them. Hume nearly takes out a cameraman. He isn't getting anywhere near the Man United player, so he's thinking, I'll get a highlight rule against the cameraman. Sunderland plays out warming up. Ballard, 09. Who's that other one coming along? Might be a Man United player, actually. Oh, you want to say time? 33, 8, 9, 10. Long throw in. Oh, my God. Bounced off Alderete and Roos picked it up as well. Right, rolls it out. Enzo plays it all the way across to Nordy. Nordy's got a bit of space here. Hume's on his outside. Nordy charging forward. Give a bit of urgency. Gives it to Traore. One-on-one with Dallo. 3 players around him. Xhaka, edge of the area. Shoot. Oh, you've had a chance. Right. Enzo now. Plays it back to Siddiqui out on that left side. Adingra's further in the middle. Masuaku dinks it over everybody. Traore doesn't get there. Dallo clears it out. Alderete. These headers, even from Nordy and Alderete, seem to be really sort of just off the pace. They're really far back, making everyone have to track back for them. Adingra now. Right foot swings it in. Traore again. Finds Isidore. Dragged down. Nope, nothing given. Enzo, edge of the area. Tried to get it through to Adingra. This better. Keep doing this way. Siddiqui just absolutely. That card. Bruno Fernandes hits the floor and Siddiqui is given an instant yellow card. The left back should have been off after 15 minutes and Troy should have never started, says Brett89. Need the confidence to shoot outside the box, always trying to work it in. Yep, let's have a look. So there was one. Troy got it to Isidore. He was being pulled back by Shaw, Enzo tried to be clever there. Do we not get a replay of the Siddiqui one that you've carded him for? Oh, they're reviewing it. Oh, I've just heard them say it's been cleared. Of course it has. You're at Old Trafford, everyone. You're never getting it. 2 yellow. Oh, here we go. Here's the challenge. Siddiqui. There's absolutely nothing in that from that side at all. Fernandes hits the deck because of a shoulder-to-shoulder. And Siddiqui gets carded for it. Long ball forward. Nordy wins the header. It's gone out of play for a throw on the far side. 35 minutes and 35 seconds. Debria's got a few problems to solve here. Just, we're making changes already. Big Dan coming on. Should have done this at 1-0. Adingra coming off for Ballard. I've just seen it on my phone. But Ballard's on the touchline. So I wonder if we're going Siddiqui out on the left. Or maybe Masuaku further out there. He's seen enough of this. So Ballard coming on for Adingra. Adingra's not going to be happy. Brett, why is Adingra? Because we need to go to a back 5 and somebody has to come off, and he's not really helping. He's not tracking back on that far side. So we need to drop to a 3 at the back. Every attack from Man United is coming down that right-hand side for them, which is where Adingra is, because he's not tracking back, which is where Masuaku's not stopping them and letting them cut inside every single time, and Siddiqui is having to do 2 jobs. So they've put Ballard out there, back 3, and then move to a 5 when we're probably losing possession. We've gone to how we finished the game against Nottingham Forest. Xhaka, nice little turn, gives it out to Isidore. Right, first time Isidore's getting on the ball. How many Man United players have got back there? Look like they had more than 11. So it's Alderete, Ballard in the middle, and then Nordy as a back 3. Siddiqui and Xhaka there, Masuaku and Hume as your wing backs. Enzo's gone really out wide on the left. Isidore at the top and Traore out on the right side. Would have took Traore off. Much of a muchness, really. But I think we've been more exposed on that far side is why Adingra's come off. Traore's just been body checked by Bruno, and he's not got a yellow card. But yet it was this exact same thing that Siddiqui got carded for. Brilliant. Or was it Shaw? Yeah, because it's on the far side where we keep getting isolated. I think that's why it's been Adingra. Heavens have opened at Man United. It is absolutely Ruben hammering it down. 37, 55, 56, 57, 58. Xhaka plays a short one to Siddiqui. Enzo's come short, swings it far side looking for Hume. Embuemo completely misheaded that. Xhaka dinks it. Doesn't quite get over the last player. Mount takes the ball down, back heels it, gives it to Embuemo. Embuemo running into space on this left side now. Long ball forward looking for Sesko. Roofs is out right in the edge of the area to pick that one up and does really well. Mayenda on for Traore second half. Is Mayenda on the bench, actually? I can't quite see. Yes, he is there. Yeah, you could see that. Try and get us a bit more attacking presence through the middle. If Talby's on the bench, I wouldn't be surprised if he came on, because he's been great attacking wise, but he's doing Hume. That's poor. He's giving it away to Fernandez right on the halfway line. This is where all the Amarin lovers will be like, see, the system does work. It does work. It's like, yeah, it does when the other team give you that much space to do it in, which is exactly what we've watched for the last however many games he's been in charge and shouldn't have let happen. Ball's going to bounce through to the United goalkeeper. Hey, well, a lot of work still to do. Terrible ball from Casemiro, finds Masuaku, easily pumped off the ball, but no, he manages to get it back, gives it to Xhaka. Got no one around him, every Man United player behind him. Plays it to Traore, again, not on the right-hand side. I like that, Wesu 30. Raining, you say. Paging the Blackburn and Ipswich referee. Abandon the game. Replay. At least he hasn't got a brolly like Steve McLaren. 40 minutes up. Here we go. Come on. Back to Dan Ballard. Is that the first one of the season, Mike? Or have you said that already this season? Ballard plays it to Nordy. Nordy gives it away to Dalot. Dalot coming through. Casemiro finds Sesko up against Ballard. Great tackle. Goes back to Dalot. Misses. That's shocking. This is some poor defending. This passing game is not going anywhere for us. We're not getting it forward at all. And when we do get it to the midfielders, by the time they decide to do something, like 10 or 11 Man United players are back behind the ball. Ballard the Bollard, very good. We're waiting for the goal kick to be taken. Hume finds Siddiqui. Traore easily. Why is Shaw looking like one of the best defenders in the world just because he holds somebody off? Siddiqui pushes Fernandez over. Got to be careful, mate. He was turned by Fernandez and he just shoved him. And Fernandez was easily going to go down. I don't need another red card. Can you believe Ross Stewart has gone off injured for Southampton? God. Well, I actually can believe it, but it's a shame. He was doing well. The 2 goals he scored the other night were great. Nordy dinks it forward to Man United player. Traore just get hold of it. Xhaka's the only one who's actually got a foot on the ball so far and tried to pick passes. Ballard back to Roofs. Roofs back to Ballard. Very good. Forward from Ballard to Siddiqui. Good little turn. Come on, faster. Gives it to Traore. Manages to just about control it on the line and winners are throwing right by the technical area. Lulling them into a false sense of security to win this 4-2. Mate, if we do that, I'm going to put you on the leaderboard, so I'm going to star it. If we manage to come back and win 4-2, that'd be unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. At the moment, it feels like the Mick. It can't get any worse, can it? It can. And all of that. Ballard plays it to Siddiqui all the way back to Roofs. Roofs is having a lot more touches of the ball than I kind of want him to. Long ball forward now. Come on, try and win a header, someone. Everything we're firing forward, they're winning the headers on. That's why we need to be quicker with our passing and on the deck. Enzo. Is that a foul from Diallo and Casemiro? No, apparently not. And Embuemo, nice little touch, runs into Alderete. Surely not. You can't just run into someone and claim it's a foul. Xhaka, long ball, far side. Traore's after it. It's going to get there. Squares it. Behind. There's only one player in the box and you just put it, you looked up and you just put it to absolutely nobody. Siddiqui now. The ball's got stuck under his feet. Xhaka plays it back out to Traore. Hume's on the overlap. Traore cuts back onto his left. Finds Xhaka. Shoot! Shoot! From distance! Oh, saved by the keeper. Was going in that near side. Better. Traore, man, you had a fucking easy pass to do. I know Isado was the only one in the box and still marked, but you don't just put it into absolutely nobody. At least we've had a shot. Great shot. More, please, Xhaka. Yeah, more. Here comes the corner. Come on. Xhaka. Hands up that corner flag's nearly horizontal because of the weather. Come on, let's get one. First man headed away. Throw in. Nordy's coming over for a long throw in. We're going to get chances. That's the only thing I can think, because this Man United team will give you chances, but we need to also tighten up at the back. But I don't know if this is too early to say, but the changes that he's made has already shown that they're not just free-flowing down that the right-hand side anymore. Should have been done sooner. Siddiqui dinks it in. Far post. Ballard and Alderete under it. So's the goalie. Goalkeeper comes out and claims it. Man United fans on their feet applauding the fact they've got a goalkeeper who can catch a ball. Unbelievable scenes at Old Trafford. I really hope so, Coffee Goblin. And I know we're definitely capable of causing them problems and scoring. That's what I think is the most disappointing thing, that it almost feels like we've given up these 2 goals, this 2-goal lead far too easily. Like the first one went in, and then we were all sitting here saying, that's exactly where it's coming from. We could see the problem was this left side, and he's made changes to it, which I appreciate he's done in the first half. And obviously it's not great for Adingra, of course, but if you're not going to defend or help out your fullback colleague like Traore does, or has been, like Talby does, then you're not helping. Crossfield ball from Xhaka again, finding Traore. Traore's staying wide now and actually getting a bit more joy on the ball. Cuts back onto his left. He's got Dallo up against him. Goes onto his left. Now onto the right. Dinks it across. No one there. Diallo heads it straight back in the middle. Bruno Fernandes clears it. Sesko with a little flick to Mbuemo. Mbuemo has fired it forward to Diallo. Here come Manchester United. Diallo manages to keep it in. He's got Ballard with him. And Siddiqui as well. Masuaku gets back in. Finds Fernandes. Diallo, tackled by Enzo, forced back. Mbuemo and now Fernandes. Back to Mbuemo. Back to Fernandes. God. Still there. They're trotting back a bit now. We're back into our shape now. Again, Diallo free on this side. Finds Fernandes. Shot from distance. Great block from Alderete. Isado, you need to be quicker onto that one. It broke free for him and he was on his heels a bit there. Is that the saying? Now they've come down this near side, ball in behind Traore and Hume, Mount into the penalty area. Great tackle from 3 Sunderland players. That's a foul. Yep, Sunderland have won a free kick in the penalty area there. Mount fouled Traore. I don't think Talby does anything different if he comes on in this game. I sort of have this feeling that it's got to be someone like Mayenda, someone with an attacking initiative, someone with an eye for goal scoring, wanting to be in the middle rather than playing as a winger. But he's got to come back and help defend. Are they saying that's a potential penalty for Man United? Coffee Goblin, our wingers are too weak. They have been in this game. So do we blame, as much as we've had a really great start to Premier League, do we blame Labrie so far for this 45 minutes and the 2 changes that he's made? Checked and cleared. Thank you, Coffee Goblin. I've got no sound on. Isidore gets a throw in. Come on, let's get something before half-time. Nordy, long throw in. You're shouting something to them. Come on. There was 3 minutes added on. We've done 2.5. Nordy with a long throw in. High foot, ref. Nordy fires it across. Surely he's got a high foot. Hume's been kicked in the head by Sesko. That's surely got to be a penalty. He's kicked him in the head. Or it's a high foot anyway. Jesus, that's... Yeah, he kicks him. Surely, come on. He's give it. It's a penalty. Penalty to Sunderland. Shut up, Mike. Yes, he does. Well, yeah, he knees him in the chest, if you will. He doesn't flick him with his foot, but he still knees him in the chest when he stops him heading the ball. We'll take it. Oh, it's now VAR. Well, you pointed to the spot. So is he given the pen and now they're checking it? Yeah, you're right, Coffee. Knees him in the chest. Are they reviewing it? I don't know what they're doing. I've got the sound on very, very quiet, so... He does knee him in the sort of upper chest here. Yeah, because I'm getting text messages off my Man United mate, Mike. Watch you get sent off for simulation. Yeah, probably. Sorry, I don't know what they're doing. Referee's talking to Fernandez and to Xhaka. Oh, he's talking. No pen. All right, great. Sorry, I've just seen the comments with no pen. And then the Man United fans celebrating. Brilliant. Fab. So is it a corner then? Because they put it out for a corner. Right. Well, we're still playing. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Penalty for almost an out. Oh, stop talking. Corner comes in. Ballard free header. Side netting. Oh, man. That's technically, that is a sitter by Ballard standards. Free header from 2 yards out, off to the side of the goal a bit, but half time, 2-0 Man United. These Man United players are, sorry, I'm having a drink, seem to be walking off the pitch smiling a bit. They seem very happy with the first half here, which you would be, but also, are they taking this a bit lightly? You've got to feel a bit sorry for Adingra at the same time, but you also got to think, well, if you're not going to defend and help out, Hume's probably asking the referee the question about the penalty there because he stood chatting to him. I yelled the iconic Ballard only to realise he hit the side netting. Yeah. Adingra's not smiling. No, he's not. Needs to learn to defend then. Too many changes. Troops should not have started. Sorry, Wayne in our group, Wayne Duran of Only Fools and SAFC. Too many changes for me. Like Adingra and Traore should not have started. I think I'm fair to agree. 80-1 for us to win now. Well, it was only 5-1 at the start of the game, but go on, Coffee Governor. You've got to put $5 on it. You had your 4-2. Even if we come back to 2-2, it's fantastic, and then Lee would be another point on the board here. I mean, there's not much positives from the first half, apart from when we have made the changes, we've sort of nullified Man United to no more shots after that. But that opening period between 7 minutes and like 35, where we basically just let Man United have the freedom of the right-hand side of Old Trafford, and Adingra wasn't helping. Masuaku was ineffective against any sort of forms of attack there. Siddiqui and Alderete were having to cover for 3 or 4 men, and Man United exposed the spaces and got some goals. A long throw-in undid us as it bounced over and Sesko got on the end of it. John Swinney, keep the faith. We were still in the game. I hope so. I really do. The weird thing, any other season, so far that I've been a Sunderland fan, I wouldn't have said, oh yeah, we've got a chance. We're still in this. But the way they've played this season, I could still see us getting a 2-2 easily. We just need to be more clinical going forward and get the ball to strike, and possibly take Traore off for Mayenda. That's a change I would make. The changes were the best thing from the first half, says Lee. Yeah, you're right. It's a shame we didn't realise that was what they were going to do. When they scored 1 and then 5 minutes later, they've had 3 more shots from that same side. We needed to change it then. Sorry, I forgot to say, yes, you did. Yes, you did, because you texted it to me before kickoff. So I'm counting that one. I'll add you to the leaderboard in a minute. Because at the moment, the only 2 people in there, Lee, I'm still saying I'm going for 2-2. Yourself at 2-2. Coffee Goblin, if we get a sensational 4-2, which I would allow just because it would be an absolute masterclass. And then Mike's 3,257 is still on for Manchester United. Hey, by yourself, Conrad. Yeah, come over, Emma. It's great. I joke. How are you doing? Are you as equally annoyed as we are, Emma, that we basically just... It was piss poor. Should Hume have done better from Sesko? Well, he shouldn't have been up against Sesko himself there, but he let him get round him far too easy. Is there any other Is there anyone even playing in the Premier League so far? I've not seen my phone go off that much. Arsenal 1-0 up against West Ham, and that's it. That's it. We've only got 2 games. Let's have a look at how the bets are going. So, I had Arsenal, Bristol, Watford, Middlesbrough, and Bolton. And so far, Middlesbrough are letting me right down on that one. The other 4 are all winning. Cheers, Borough. And then on the other one, I had Sunderland to win. Not going well. Coffee Goblin today felt like an opportunity. It does. It did. And it still does, potentially. We'll have to see what Reggie Libri says to them at half-time and any changes that I need to see. So let me just put this down a minute. If I get rid of this, right, and this. Patterson, Neil, Ballard, Gatreda, Talby, Broby, Rigg, Mayenda, and 09. That's our bench. Thank God he's made a change, but thank God for Roofs and goal. Yeah, if it hadn't been for Roofs, it would have probably been 5. And that's only in the first half. Imagine the saves he's made against Forest and Palace and even Brentford's and stuff like that. Where would we be without Robin Roofs? What's this? Wayne again. Well, Michael Bowers, easy to say that now. And Masuaku, Defo shouldn't have. I know I'm a hypocrite, but Man United have targeted him repeatedly in that first half. Yeah, in hindsight, it is. Ahmad and Buemo Mount have been the difference. Yeah, it's just that entire side where we've just let them go. And now we're getting highlights of Brentford tearing Man United apart and sitting there going, we could have done this ourselves if we'd have just defended properly or not, or realised the changes and sort of then gone for it. Still time, and I think we're more than capable of getting an equaliser. Coffee Goblin thinks we're going to win 4-2, which would be unbelievable. Ooh. What was the score last night? Did Fulham lose? because they lost the other week as well. They're not doing great, Fulham. Bournemouth doing far better than we all expected, but Fulham not quite up there yet. Oh, dear. Any changes anybody else would make at this moment? I know Mike's would be Isidore off, Mayender on. VAR made 2 right calls. The penalty, and what was the other one? Was that the other potential penalty where Isidore got dragged? And Lee, yeah, 3-1. You'd make changes 3-1. I don't understand, Lee. Oh, dear. Long way to go. Long way to go. Where are we at? What have we got? I hope Reggie Labrie walked in the room and was absolutely just like face like this at them, absolutely yelling, like, what the fuck was that? You know, a dingray, yeah, absolute shit. Traore, have you ever tried actually kicking the ball properly? Like, come on, do something. Roofs at the minute, just like, yeah, saving the house fire, lads. But hey, honestly, what have we got? Fulham score last night. Fulham score last night. I don't know. I don't know what the Fulham score was. I was thinking, did they lose because they lost to Villa? Semenyo must have done all right because I had a couple of goals from him on fantasy football. No, the Easter one was wrong call for me. They had one, caught his foot and went in. Oh, the Mason Matt, right. Yeah. I see what you mean. It wasn't. So it wasn't a high foot. No, probably not. I mean, we appeal, don't we? If Hume was not a pen, then why wasn't he booked for simulation? Yeah, exactly. It did look like at first that he kicked him, but when you then watch again, Hume sort of ducks his head down to head it. Sesko's got his leg sort of through the gap of his arm here, and his knee does catch him on the chest, and his foot doesn't kick him anywhere near the head, but obviously Hume goes down holding his head. Oh, right. I now understand. Yeah, Lee has put 3-1. Right. That makes more sense now. Thank you, John and Lee. You both work together like a fantastic team. 3-1 to Bournemouth. Oh, yeah, it must be because someone's just put Semenyo got a brace. So, yeah, it must be. Oh, dear, Fulham. I can't see us coming back. We've hardly had a chance, said Paul. Well, I don't know, the way this team has played so far this season, I could still see us definitely getting 100% getting one, but the second is going to be difficult. But they'll, as Coffee Goblin said earlier on, I think, where is it? It was a really good one. And it made absolute sense. Not that one, because at that time we thought it was a penalty. That one, that's what we want it to be. We need to get one back on the board and make them worry. That would be even better. And Mike, just between me and you, if that comes off, I'll let you have another point on the board as well. Fulham lost 3-1. Semenyo got a brace. Nice. It'll feel like a win if we can walk away with a point. It will. I think, do we put it down to, and if we don't, obviously we'll have a good catch up about it on Midweek Mackems, episode 4 coming this Wednesday at 9 o'clock. So get it in your calendars now. Yes, I am eating a chocolate biscuit. It feels like that kind of day. But yes, Mike, you can have a bonus point. As long as at some point, if I do this to you when you're on stream and I say, I feel this score in the second half, you do that for me as well. I mean, you've got to do it now. Emma, I will make sure I don't go to bed as last week's. I've been in bed and it flashes up. To be honest, by the time it runs out about 10:30, 11ish, me and Wayne are both ready to go to sleep as well. Not in the same bed, unfortunately. But yeah, we're both absolutely shattered by that point. But needs must. It's the time we're all free. And it's a good show. It's a good crack. And it's been strangely positive the last few weeks because, of course, we've been doing really well. So it'll be a change of pace to be disappointed. Time for Mayenda and Isidore up front, I think, says John Swinney. Potentially. So, what was it? Lol. No, I was trying to get that one. I stay up till 2 a.m. most nights. What time do you get up to go to work? We've got a lovely advert here of some sort of foreign city with a big cruise liner coming into it here. The harbour looks so open. It's pretty much the best way to describe the harbour is Sunderland's left-hand side in the first half of this game. You could get a cruise ship through it. 6 a.m. alarm. Jesus, I struggle when I end up doing 11 or 12, going to bed to get up at 6 and doing a night feed. You're in the same boat as me, I imagine, still. But I've just finished my second book, so early night tonight. Well done. I can't read or write, Mike, so I can't write a book. Because I couldn't read it to check if it was all right. Yeah. I so hope we come back and get something. I really do. Because otherwise I'll be banned from doing these streams because, Mike, I've been a part of 2 of them so far. This one and Burnley. No, 3. And Huddersfield. And we'll have lost all of them. So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a good luck charm being there because when I've been to every home game, we've not lost. 2 wins and a draw. So maybe I just need to go to more games rather than be on the streams for them. This halftime feels long. It does. Roofs is out now, so here we go. Found myself losing my temper in that first half. Right, who's scoring next? You going, Xhaka? I was literally going to say Xhaka. Because if anyone can, Xhaka can. Anyway. I mean, anybody. Anybody in blue. That would be great. Yeah, Mike, if you want to... Mike, if you tag in and swap over with me, I think we might win this game. We are. Lafay free kick. Oh, I see. John Swinney saying we are going to score next, and Coffee Goblin saying Lafay free kick. I think it'd be Xhaka free kick. Just anybody in blue. I couldn't care if they put bloody Michael Proctor back on and he scores. Just as long as it's in the Man United goal, because an own goal now would be really ironic. Right. Weird start to the second half. The Man United are ready to take the kickoff, and Buemo's in the centre circle ready to kick the ball. Every Man United player is on the far side. So they're swapping over to this left-hand side now. Enzo wins the header, flicks on. We've made no changes. Isidore chasing the goalkeeper down. Long ball forward. Ballard wins that header, gives it down to Xhaka, flicks it forward. Traore not on his heels. Nordi does well to win the ball off Mount. Hume finds Traore, lifted in the air to Nordi. Nordi plays it to Xhaka. Xhaka swings it all the way across. Is Masuaku going to keep that in? It doesn't quite do it there. Isidore only scores at the Stadium of Light, unfortunately. Well, the only person who's scored away from home all season is Alderete. We need more away goals. But your home form can keep you up as well. SAFC Tom. Hi, Emma. You good? Hume volley, says Tony Huntington. Love it. Like back post from a free kick or something. Sadiq gets into Casemiro, but he does manage to get the ball away. Yoro flicks it forward. Sesko on the chest. Ballard right in on him. Ballard held all of him. Sesko did really well to hold off Ballard there, actually, and I think won a free kick. He did very well there, actually, Sesko, to hold him off, because Ballard is an absolute unit. Unfortunately, he loses points because he's cut his socks to let his legs breathe. Long ball forward from the United keeper. Ballard wins the header again, flicks it on. Nordy going to get that, plays it to Roofs. Roofs smashes it forward, straight down the middle. Everyone left it. Casemiro won it. Gives it to Mount. Gives it to Dallo on the outside. He's got Hume up in front of him. I would say that as well, Mike. I was thinking he's contributing nothing. Lefay, he's not having a good game so far. But the only thing is, at the moment, he's playing as a winger for us. So would you say, what do you call it? Mayenda, maybe? Paul Armstrong. Conrad on Sky, they're saying ref gave a pen on field and VAR returned. I thought that's what had happened, because that's the only way he would have to explain what he'd done. Enzo, man. I'm thinking that's what you're talking about, Mike. He won the ball there and just fell over. Did you know that sock cutting has no medical enhancement? Footballers are just very superstitious. Yeah, it's just stupid. Because then you get your kids wanting to play like footballers and go, oh, but he cuts his socks, mum. It's like, yeah, but they cost fucking 40 quid from the club shop. You're not cutting them open. Enzo plays it to Masuaku, plays it down the line. Enzo, how do you get outrun by Casemiro? That's shocking. And Buemo finds some space and gives it out wide to Dallo. They'll sell them with holes in soon, probably. Fernandez crossing the halfway line now, plays it through the gap to Mbuemo. Mbuemo tackled by Nordy, bounces away from Traore, and Shaw gives it out to Mount. Mount gives it out to Dallo. Dallo goes back to Mount, bit of space there. Plays it through the gap to Mbuemo, left-footed cross, bounces to Roofs. Gives up easy. He did. What did you do? Maybe put Talby on left wing back. Talby was great left wing back against Villa. And did he play a bit there against Forest as well? I say left wing back, left winger, because Masuaku stood out there. Siddiqui driving forward, gives it to Xhaka. Xhaka plays it through the lines. Enzo, come on. He's got Hume on the outside of him. He's got Traore on the outside of him as well. Traore, don't slow down too much. Come on. Runs into two. Gets it back to Xhaka. Xhaka. What's he doing? Plays it to Alderete, this near side. Plays it back to Ballard. 50 yards out, Ballard. Shoot. No. Gives it Nordy. Hume. Tackled. Traore gives it away to Mount. Nordy, great tackle. Foul by Mount, but we play on. Plays it across to Alderete. Alderete out to Masuaku. Siddiqui swapped a short-sleeved shirt in the second half. Everyone back for Man United. Nordy plays it through the lines to Traore, gives it Xhaka. Xhaka all the way out to Hume. Hume plays it to Traore, back to Hume. We're just trying to pass it through. Playing like we're trying to be bloody Arsenal and just pass it around and just find too many. They're not going to break. They're all in. They're all bloody back. Dinks it forward. Alderete easily cleared out, just giving it away for no reason. Ball forward. Sesko gets it, gives it to Mount, plays it through the gap. Masuaku easily has time on the ball. Enzo, you had time to run forward. What are you turning round for? You got the ball, looked forward as if he had a gap, had loads of space, then turned around anyway. Ballard plays it out wide to Traore. Come on, get down the sides. Literally what we brought you in for. Traore to Hume. Not to Hume, sorry, to Enzo. Enzo back to Traore. Left foot for Traore. Plays it through the gap, looking for Xhaka. Xhaka in the penalty area. Back out to Enzo. Gives it Xhaka. Gives it Traore. Traore onto his left. Plays it across to Alderete. Swings it in. Masuaku. Isidore doesn't quite get there. Shepherded out. That's a goal kick to Man United. We need more people up top, but then we risk getting caught out the back. I think Traore needs to come off. Traore for Mayenda. Enzo, Ford. Do we have any other midfield? Getrader, maybe? And put Getrader into the... No, you couldn't do that. It would be far too defensive midfield, that. I suppose you look at Talby, maybe, but we need some creativity. You want Rig, but do you think Rig's going to do anything in this game? Chelsea, something about them. Nordy with a throw in. What was that? Hume wasn't even looking. God, we've got another attempt here. Chelsea and Liverpool lineups are in, but we don't care. We don't care. Right. Shaw plays it across to Delit. Enzo's just not even running. Masuaku, oh, you were so close to being in there on Ahmad, but the referee's given a foul. 52 minutes, 22, 23, 24. Thank you, SAFC Tom. 18 likes. Let's hit 50. Well, there's not even 50 people here. That'd be impressive. If you've got other accounts, swap over to them, say hello, and then like it as well. Long ball forward from Yoro. Ballard wins the header, but it goes to Mbuemo. Ballard's on the back of Mbuemo, holds him off, pushes him back. Diallo, tackled by Siddiqui, out for a throw, right in front of Labrie. How long is this throw-in taking? Ahmad throws it forward. Alderete heads it down. Siddiqui turns, but tackled by Diallo. Mount finds Fernandez, flays it all the way out to the far side to Dallo. Dallo into the penalty area taken on Hume. Turns back. Gives it Shaw. Gives it Mount. Mount dinks it this side over to Yoro. Yoro plays it to Diallo. Cut out by Masuaku. Well done. Looking forward for his options. Plays it forward. Isidore is one-on-one, but he's gone for a long lofted ball over the top rather than giving it to Isidore's feet. Delit had dropped several yards off of him. If you'd just given him the ball to feet, it would at least have had a run against him. Just poor decision-making. Keeper kicks it out. Nordy misses the header. Hume wins the second. Nordy pushes Sesko, but does well. Xhaka dispossessed by Sesko. Took too long on it. Sesko driving forward. Plays in Mbuemo. Mbuemo, awful shot. Closer to going out for a throw than it was to the goal. Xhaka just had his pocket pinched by Sesko, and Sesko driving forward. Sesko's having, unfortunately, his best game for Man United so far. Come on, we need to have some chances here, otherwise we're not going to do anything. Siddiqui to Ballard. Ballard plays it out to Nordy. We've done well to get out of that high press. Plays it on the floor. Traore back to Jack. What are we doing? Mbuemo's through, facing Ballard. Great tackle by Ballard. Masuaku was out of position, but he's got back in front of Ahmad. Ahmad and Casemiro exchanging passes. Casemiro goes back all the way to Delit. Mount finds Dallo. Dallo going up against Nordy. Got round him, crosses it in. Nobody's there. Comes to Ahmad on the far side. Enzo manages to shield it away. Ahmad onto his left. No foul given. Oh, now he's given. Jeez, you took ages on that one. The phase of liability. Yeah, he's not having a great game here. I think Mayenda and Brobby need... Well, I think Coffee Gum said Mayenda and Brobby are coming on. Surely Enzo's got to be one of them that's going off. He's really not having a good game. I'd almost be tempted to take Traore off and Enzo, and then have the three strikers as your front three, because Isidore can play as a left-sider, Mayenda can play as a right-sider, and Brobby through the middle. We need to make sure we actually find the strikers on the ball. Dinked in. Oh, what have you said there, Mike? Oh! Ned Kelly just put, is this a penalty? But was Traore... I don't know. Traore, did he beat the Man United keeper to the ball? Oh, I don't want to be doing these bloody VAR checks. Did Traore get to the ball before the keeper? So the long ball forward, Fernandez let it bounce. Traore got there first and then was wiped out by the goalie. I don't think he's in the book for Sim. Is he in the box? No, he has given a card. So it's a free kick to... Have we got a free kick there? Oh, we've been given a card for diving. What? Jesus, right. Talby, Brobby, and Mayenda are coming on. Jesus. So are they saying that we dived there? Because didn't he... I don't know. Did he nick the ball past the keeper? Just seeing if it commented on it at all. Right. Masuaku off. Talby on. Isidore, Traore, and Masuaku off. Talby, Brobby, Mayenda on. All right. Oh, my God. I need to see it again. I think I was looking for the wrong thing. 58 minutes gone. 58 minutes and 8, 9, 10. Not showing us a replay. Yeah, funny, isn't it? Come on, Brobby. It's Brobby time. Right, back underway. Header. Talby clears it. Brobby there. Hume gets it. Thinks, where have we gone? Talby looks like he's gone left wing back, like he did against Villa. Roofs comes out and claims that one. So Enzo's still out on the left. Talby's left wing. Mayenda's out on the right, and Brobby's right through the centre. They're bypassing the midfield every time. Xhaka and Siddiqui are being quite ineffective. Is it you on about the Brobby one, Lee? Yeah, unfortunately, Mike's sort of saved it on here. They're saying ref has got that wrong. It was not a dive. Well, too late now. If it had been in the box, would the VAR would have had a look at it, but because it was outside and a free kick, they won't have a look at it. Ahmad can't keep that in. It's a throw into Sunderland. Yeah, I think it's on it. Let me just have a look. See if I think it's on here. Unfortunately, yes, it is. I've just seen Mr. Bloody Blobby. But if he scores 2, or if he scores 3, then I'll be glad to use it forevermore. Why is Siddiqui the only one doing the high press? The rest of the team aren't bothered. Someone close the keeper down. 60 minutes. Ballard wins the header. Mount takes it down. Oh, Dallo gives it away. Enzo, oh geez, Brobby and Enzo weren't on the same page there. Fernandez dinks it. Nordy does just about enough to keep it away from Sesko. Hume easily dispossessed by Sesko in the penalty area. Sesko gives it back to Dallo. Dallo to Casemiro. Gives it back to Dallo on the outside. Well done. Mayenda sees it out with Mount, and it's a goal kick. Got about 35 minutes left in this game. There's still time. Come on, we just need to get one. If we get one, as Coffee Goblin says, their asses will tighten. Siddiqui and Xhaka, I think you're further ahead, Mike. So every time you put something about the Fae, I'm like, right, what am I going to be watching now? Right, Hume. The Fae. 61 and 24, 25, 26, 27. Nordy plays it into Xhaka. Plays it down to Ballard. To Alderete on this near side. He's gone all the way back to Ballard too. Back to Roos. Roos going long on this left side. Was that Enzo or Fernandez that kicked it away? And Mbuemo's got it. Bruno Fernandes now on his right-hand side on his own. Plays it into Mbuemo. Talby back as well. Have we got one more sub we could possibly do? And who's left on the bench? Enzo plays it into Xhaka. Bit of space. Come on. Mayenda, get on your bike on the outside. Xhaka now gives it to Mayenda, that right-hand side. Get at Shaw. Get at him. Mayenda goes on. Shaw with a lovely little foot. That's going to be a corner. Yeah, just rolls out for a corner there. Good at Mayenda to get in at ball. Actually ran at someone, unlike Traore, all the time. Traore wanted to cut back onto his left. And Mayenda's can go either side. First man again from Xhaka. Poor Hume, edge of the area. Shot miles wide. Miles wide. Mike's put Brobby first goal, please. I'm hoping Brobby first 3 goals, really. It's really annoying, this game, because of how good we've been in every game so far, bar the Burnley one. Lee says Arsenal are 2-up. Title rivals winning as well. Dallo coming off, Mason Mount coming off for Man United, Patrick Dorgu and Cunha coming on for Manchester United. Lovely. Pressure of Old Trafford. I think it was just bad tactical setups, possibly, that then have led to us putting us in a position where Man United don't have to be, well, they've got something to hold on to, which is then the exact opposite of what we wanted, really. And then we've had to, almost chase the game while they don't need to do anything because of the damage was already done after 35 minutes. I think it was a bad setup right from the beginning, a bit like the Burnley one. But the Burnley one's different because we were great for the first 20 minutes or so. Ballard went off and then it changed it. Xhaka heads it through to Brobby. Brobby up against De Ligt. Former teammates, of course, at Ajax, Brobby and De Ligt. We believed the hype and thought we could just turn up. Probably. SAFC Som says, till the end in it. Yeah, exactly. Sunderland have got a free kick, I'm guessing, for some sort of handball there. Everyone had their hands up. I'm not going to look at that. Well, I am, actually. Oh, it was Timber who got an assist for Arsenal. That'll do. Fantasy points again. Lovely. And if they can keep that clean sheet, that'll be great for Timber and Calafiore as well. Mayenda, lovely little touch. Ball over the top to Brobby. He's in behind. Is the keeper coming out? He does come out. Their keeper has like a similar vibe, and I'm not meaning this in any way, a similar vibe of Roos. He's very quick off his line, and he's very quick at coming out for crosses. So because remember they had at the time they could have signed Martinez from Villa, but they went for this lad. So I think they've clearly done some research on this one. Long throw. Nordy on this one. Throws it in. Headed down. Talby. Blocked. Good shot, but it was blocked by Casemiro. Get there first. Hume gets there ahead of Diallo. Diallo robs him. That was poor. 3-on-1 in Man United's favour. Plays a great play from Sadiq. Enzo gives it Xhaka. Xhaka, lovely little touch to get away from 3 players. Alderete now. Come on, they're all out of place. Let's go. Go. Alderete going forward left side. He's got Talby on the outside of him. Gives it to Talby. Talby's got Xhaka there as well. Gives it to Talby. Talby goes on the outside, left-footed, awful cross. Gone out for a goal kick. Hey. I think there's a lot of people talking about the Traore one. There's the stuff going around. Should it have been? Is everyone basically saying it should have been it should have either been a free kick or a penalty? With a lot of things going on. Mike, you've just put in about the spec savers one. Why do we slow up so much on the counter? I know we seem to be trying to play this like very conservative game, like we're almost the ones who are winning and just trying to play it calmly. You're 2-0 down. Act like it. Bit of urgency. We've got nothing to lose in this game. It's not like we're fighting for every point at the minute. We've done well so far. We've got 11 points out of a possible 18. You go away to Old Trafford, which I know they're not doing very well at the minute, but it's still Man United. You've got to, you're 2-0 down. What have you got to lose? What if you lose 3-0? If you lose 4-0, oh well. You had a go. Tony Huntington, time for 09. Yeah, probably. Get him up front. He'd do a job. Probably handball it in. VAR wouldn't see it. He'd get away with it. Dorgu on this throw. Gives it to Casemiro. Casemiro does well to shield the ball. Siddiqui and Xhaka are with him, but he still comes away with it. Gives it back to Dorgu, but Man United somehow retain it. 3 players around him, and he still got it clear to De Ligt. De Ligt now gives it to Yoro. Enzo was chasing. And Buemo's. To be fair, most of Man United players have had a really good game today. If this had been the Man United that turned up to Brentford, might have been different, but also Brentford probably knew not to just give them an entire side of the pitch and think that it was perfectly fine. Brett 89. I wasn't expecting anything out of this game on the run up to it, but that doesn't excuse them being terrible. Yep. And set up, like I said, we just gave them an entire half of the pitch to play in that first 35 minutes and thought, oh, it's all right. Nothing will happen. And we've allowed ourselves to be in this awful position, really. Come on. Try and get a bit of urgency. Come on, lads. Mayenda, get there. Why is Luke Shaw turned into like prime Maldini in this game? He's absolutely bullying. He bullied Isidore. He bullied Mayenda there. Everyone who's going up against him, he's coming out on top of. Ahmad up against Siddiqui into the penalty area onto his left. Gives it Casemiro edge of the area. Way over the bar. Fell over as he was shooting. Get it up and just go for corners. Even free kicks, throw-ins, just anything. We need to get the... I mean, Alderete and Nordi are threats up there as well. Just... It's annoying, like Brett says, because we're better than this. That backup left back that started needs to be dropped for good. Yeah, we were saying midweek we probably should have put Hume on that side and Getrader at right back. I don't see why that would have been a problem. Xhaka wins the header. No one else around to help. Fernandez kicks it high up in the air. Ballard under it with Sesko. Off of Ballard's shoulder, but back to Roofs. When you look at Palace, Villa and Brentford recent results, it makes our results against them look decent. Oh, it does. Like, it was that false narrative at the start of the season, which was like, oh, you're only beating the shit sides. And then you're like, what you mean? Unbeaten Palace in 17 games. We've got a point against Villa, who have turned it on now all of a sudden. And when we were at 10 men, we still got a point against them. Brentford, who were doing all right. Talby gets it past Diallo, but too much on it. The centre-back picks it up. We win this game 3-0 with Reinildo. Probably do better. But I think the back four really didn't help. Especially, it was the wingers as well. Traore and Adingra really weren't the right two for this game. Ball over the top. Brobby wrestled over by De Ligt. Ref says no. And the size of Brobby, I wouldn't have thought he'd have gone down. De Ligt's laughing at him. They're clearly mates, I think. But I don't think Brobby goes down easily. That would have been much better. Maduake has had 2 shaky games. Do you mean Masuaku, Brett? 13 of you legends hit the like button. Much appreciated. Please do. It really helps out. 71 minutes and 24 seconds. Man United just playing keep ball at the moment. Yeah, I agree, Brett. He wasn't great against Forest, and we should have shoved Hume out there. Hume and Ahmad. At least he would have known him a bit. But I mean, Ahmad's class and has shown it again today. But it would have been better than the Masuaku. But he should hopefully against Wolves he doesn't play. He'll come back and try to before the game. Didn't really need to see him very goodly. The Sky team are taking the mick out of so many of our players with the bandages on their wrist. How many have got bandages on? I don't know. They can if they like. Come on. Now I'm only spotting the bandages. Thanks for that. Xhaka gives it to Talby, left side of the penalty area. Goes onto his right foot, swings it in. Luke Shaw with the header out. There was 3 Sunderland players lining up. Finally, we got a bloody cross into the box that was in anger. Snap him. Well done, Xhaka. It was needed like a Trey Hume reducer there, but Mbuemo managed to dodge out the way of it. Brett Labrie has been awesome, but got it wrong today. Yeah, and that's fair. He's a new manager in the Premier League and learning his trade still. My God, lads, why did you let that bounce? What's the one thing you do as a defender? Roofs, very calmly done. Fires it up the pitch. Is anyone going to get on the end of it? Brobby didn't even bother jumping there with Delit. Right, Siddique. Come on, lads. Bit of urgency, right? Good from Siddique. Driving forward now. He's got a bit of time. Someone come short for him. All the strikers have gone away. I forgot Enzo was playing there. He was just on the ball. Xhaka. Lee, flip side, he realised his mistake earlier on. He did, but, I mean, we were realising it at 1-0. Took him till 2 to realise. Nordy, right wing. Crosses. Oh, Brobby couldn't quite get there. Stuck out a leg for it, but it was fired across at a bit of a faster pace. But good play from Nordy getting down. Why is Nordy? I mean, I like him. I love him. But Nordy shouldn't be playing at right wing for us to get a chance here. Where's the rest of our players? Benjamin Sesko was diving with 2 feet there as well. Should be a red card. Oh, he's unlucky. It's okay. Enzo forgot he was playing too. Yeah, he's had a poor game as our Enzo. We had a really good start in the first 7 minutes or so. We then had a bad 20, 25, and we are still recovering from it now with 15 to 20 minutes to go. It's unlikely that we are going to recover from it. Do you think Labrie has tried to overcompensate with it being Man United and Old Trafford, maybe show too much respect? Possibly. That's a very good point. Possibly did. Who's this coming on for? Oh, Kobbie Main, who's coming on for Man United. I don't know, just like I don't see why. Like I know Talby hasn't scored, and we're all sort of saying, "Oh, he's getting better. He's getting better." Oh, Xhaka tripped over Fernandez there. Is a yellow card for Granite? Yeah, yellow card for Granite. I can't remember what we're saying now. What we're saying. Someone said the wingers have been crap. Yeah. Sorry, Talby. I don't see why Talby was dropped, really. He's been doing all right, like without sort of consistently, scoring or anything, but he's not had bad games or anything. And he gets the defensive duties, whether it's on the right or the left-hand side. Maybe sort of, like you say, Brett, maybe he went too far thinking, oh, right, Traore and Adingra, they'll get in behind their wing-backs when we're on the ball and this, that, and the other. It's like he forgot that actually when Man United play, if you've got Ahmad on the right, Mbuemo on the right, and Fernandez in support, and then Sesko up top, you've all of a sudden got an overload of your own team if they're not tracking back. So possibly just, didn't consider the alternative side of it. And But then would we have said the other thing? If we'd have come in and just been sort of, I don't want to say negative, but been defensively sound right from the offset and just tried to eke out 0-0, 1-0, would people have gone, oh, we could have gone there and got something from it? But I don't know. He tried something. It didn't work. It's probably the best way of saying it. And there's no harm in trying it. Oh, lovely play from Mayenda. Gets it through to Nordy. 3-on-2 for Sunderland. Nordy into the penalty area. Squares it back to Enzo. Get it. You fucking shit, man. Trap the ball. It was a bit harsh on me, actually, there. The Man United player did sort of wriggle it from him there. But it was 3-on-2, and we somehow still found the Man United player. Xhaka gives it to Alderete. We had enough in the bank to cover this result. We need points in the next game. Sure, we will. Yeah, the Wolves game is still massive, even though we've done really well at the start of the season. And if you'd have said after 7 games we'd have only lost 2, that would have been, I'd have bitten your hand off at the start of the season. Talby finds Enzo. I think we should have just turned up and been Sunderland. It's worked so far. I agree, Brett. Mayenda tried to get past Shaw. It bounced back off him, throw into Man United. Yeah, there was no need to change what worked at Forest, really. Like, I get you think differently, but I think the way we were set up anyway would have suited us fine. But we're not managers, are we? But I mean, we were all screaming out in that first half. It's coming. They're going to get through on that side. 1-0, they get there, and we're still going, swap it, and he doesn't. And then it goes to 2-0, and he goes, right, I'll change it. Ballard tries to clear it, ball over the top. Ballard's easily going to cut that out there. Ballard's recovery pace is fantastic. Misplaced his pass there, but was the first one sprinting back to make sure they had no option over the top. Why have we slowed down again? We had a free bit on this left-hand side. Talby plays it out to Mayenda. You've got Hume on your outside. Mayenda shot from... You had Hume. He was completely free next to you. What are we doing, honestly? That's greedy from my end of that. Like, you had 2 men in front of you. Hume was completely free next to you. Here comes Gertruida for Hume. Gertruida probably should have been on at the start instead of Masuaku, but here we go. Come on. Do you need a manure run again? He's come on, and someone was basically going, oh, what's the thing? And he just went, it's just get the ball forward. Which is great to see that we're not thinking, 2-0. Well, it's not that bad. Let's just sit back on it. Like, Nordy's gone right back and Gertruida's gone centre back by the looks of it there. It's just poor decision making from my end of there. Nordy plays it through, tackled. Come on, Enzo, get that. You're so lazy today. Ahmad gives it to Fernandez. Gives it back to Ahmad. Plays it inside Enzo. Easily taken out of the game. Fernandez to Cunha. Shot. Blocked by Ballard. Brobby gets there first. Foul by Casemiro. First card. Is this for a Man United player? As that's a yellow card for Casemiro. Lee, just don't cave and keep going. Well, at the minute, I mean, if we lose 3-0 in the search of getting back into it, I'm not horrified. I know from the outside, you'll go, you got battered 3-0 by the terrible Man United. It's the context of it. First half, first 35 minutes, well, after the first 5 minutes, we just sort of forgot that Man United's best attacking side was over there and just were refusing to do anything about it. And then since the change, we've been just as good as, if not better than them. But I mean, we're on the ball now in the centre circle and they've got every player behind the ball. Ballard tries to play it through, cut out by De Ligt. Nordy doesn't quite get there. It was an awkward bounce for him. Sesko going past him, but Nordy wins the ball, but it's a throw into Man United. Oh, bloody Nora. What's everyone having for tea? We always like that question. 81 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Still about 10 minutes left, 10, 12 minutes left. Come on, lads. Absolute scenes if we get 2-2. Is anyone even still in it? Lee, Mike, Coffee, Mike, and Jonathan. You're all still in it. We'll have a read through of the scores that came in during the week, see if anyone's still in. There was a few Man United ones in there, actually. I don't know if they're Man United fans, though. We'll have to spot that out at the end. Xhaka gives it back to Ballard. Long ball forward over Brobby. De Ligt wins the header. Sadiq up against Casemiro. Dispossesses him. Foul. Or they've said it's a handball or something here. Right. You're out. 2-1 for lads. We said 2-1, 3-1, 1-1, 2-0 lads, 2-1 lads, 2-1 lads. Lots of some Antonio 171K, a Man United fan, clearly because he's got Rashford as his profile pic, says 2-0 to Man United. So he's doing very well so far. And then we're all. No one else, just one Man United fan in there. Barbecue chicken wing, says Lee. SAFC Tom says Donna pizza, garlic sauce, Bosch. Ned Kelly says this ref's giving them every call. That's a weird thing to have for tea. Good trader with a lovely tackle there on Sesko. Didn't give him an inch there. We are now 500-1. Get a fiver on it, Coffee Goblin. Just underestimated them and think they had the most chance creation, just weren't putting them away. SAFC Tom, cheers for today. Commentary, top commentary as always. Hit the like button, 50 likes. Yeah, that'd be nice. Despair on toast, says Mike. Pizza, says Coffee Goblin. I'd love a pizza. I'd love a 3-2 win more with less than 10 minutes to go, maybe. But, just going to have to put this in the bin and just hope we learn from it. Yeah, that's probably the best way. It's not the end of the world losing the way at Man United. That's kind of what people expect. Corner comes in from Man United. Header, just wide. I miss pizza, says Mike. Well, you don't have to miss it. It's not gone anywhere. I'm guessing you're just trying to be healthy. I'm starting on Monday. Haven't said which Monday, though. 2 losses from 7 is class, says Coffee Oven. It is. And is there 3 wins in that as well and 2 draws, so can't moan. Squarehead's coming on. Who's Squarehead? Apart from the first 30 mins, we haven't been battered. We were just poor. Yeah, we completely underestimated them. We completely got our tactics wrong, whatever you want to call it, in that first half an hour, and it's cost us overall. It's probably the best way to sum it up. Oh, Maguire, slabhead, right. Oh, dear. 85 minutes and 5 seconds. Roofs with a long kick out. No one challenged for it. Cunha takes it on the chest, takes 3 touches, then links it forward. Gatrada and Ballard under it. Ballard wins the header, gives it Sadiq. Sadiq wins the header further on. Brobby jumps this time and does manage to get it past Shaw, but it goes back to Maguire. Would be nice to go into the international break on a high. Sometimes we are slow out the traps after one. If we're honest, we would have been taken where we were at the start of the season. Oh, absolutely. Mainu dispossessed by Gatrada, right on the edge of the area. He plays it out to Enzo. Enzo, loose touch again, but he gets away from one. Tackled by De Ligt. Talby then in, manages to keep the ball in, but so does he keep the ball in? No. Talby looks good since coming on. Yeah, arguably shouldn't have been dropped, really. At the end of the day, it's the Premier League and we aren't Liverpool. That's fair. It's right. It's fair to be disappointed as well, I think, just because of how well we know we can do. And then we've turned up and done this, which seems like such a simple error and such a simple fix that we waited until they scored another and then went, actually, yeah, now's the time. Xhaka gives it to, is that Nordi? Nordi plays it all the way across looking for Talby, but Ahmad's going to cut that out and heads it back to De Ligt. De Ligt's leaving it for the keeper. But Man United aren't Man United anymore. The end have been terrible. Yeah. Exactly. I don't think they've not been hideous today or anything. No, I've seen them a lot worse. Brentford was awful. There was the Burnley game; they were awful, but they still won that one. Of course, Man City, they were awful. They weren't very good against bloody Chelsea, but they even at the man advantage. So I think they've played okay today, and then we've played into their bloody hands. Ahmad was offside. Bruno Fernandes is fuming with him. Ah, you mean over the season? Yeah, that's fair. You're fine. Today we will stay up simple. Today we will stay up simple. Smash the like, Mike. Get a pizza. Conrad, thank you. Come on, Hawaii. Coffee Goblin, play the long game. Give Man United their mojo back so they take points from Liverpool, our title rivals. Yeah. It's just the first 30 minutes that caught us with our pants down. I don't think it needed to. That was the only thing. They obviously scored, and you're like, right, okay. And then you saw the problem. You went, oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. It's happened again. It's happened again. It's happened again. And then they score a second, and he goes, right, change. Which is fair. At least he made the change. But, yeah. Man United players still shouting at each other when they're doing stuff wrong. But, get off, Ket, Mike. Have a pizza. Diallo has been that good. He's starting to annoy me. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, there. He couldn't reach the ball. Have that, Ahmad. But come back in January. Good trader gives it to Alderete. I think over the international break, we really need to get the likes of Getrader into the starting team. Masuaku's just not up to it there. We'll have one more game without Ronaldo in Wolves, and then we go away to Stamford Bridge. Dispossessed. Man United coming forward on that left side. Cunha into the area up against Ballard. Shot. Roof saves. Keeps hold of it. Hey. I don't want to replay when we threw it out and we were on the attack. "89 minutes and 20 seconds. We're nearly there. Then we can all get on with the rest of our day." Roofs plays it to Siddiqui. Siddiqui plays it through the middle to, I think that's Alderete in the midfield. Well done. Got past one, get past two, holds off Mainu. Alderete playing in midfield instead with Enzo because he probably thinks he can't do it on his own. Siddiqui plays it forward. Mayenda, bit of space, goes past one. Great play. Edge of the area, gives it to Talby. Shot right at the keeper, man. He had a free shot from about 12 yards out and he didn't put it in a corner. He just put it straight at the goalie. 5 minutes added on. We even had a chance to be bloody back in it. He's got to score that. Need to have, I think you start turning off after this game. I'm going for a long throw in again. Mayenda better than Isidore. Maybe in this game. Maybe. Or is it the starter's curse and the super sub thing that you like to say, Mike? Ball in from Talby, Ballard back post. Keeper comes out and claims. Enjoy your nights, everyone. Thank you for your support today. That Lemens looks all right. We could have had him instead of Roos. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. He looks like he's not in the mold of like, well, we haven't really tested him from, in sort of proper top corner shot stoppers or anything like that. But every high ball we're putting in or everything like that, he's come out and claimed, which is exactly what we bought Roos for. He came out very quickly for the Bertrand Traore one. That's still in, lads. Right. The shot there from... Is that our only shot on target, that Talby one? Was there another? Someone remind me before we all finish. Dorgu, free, dinks it behind. Xhaka manages to clear it. Nordy gets it away. Dorgu still fighting for it, and that's a goal kick. If we only had that one shot on target, was that Talby then? Anybody else? Xhaka had one in the first. Yeah, Xhaka's one in the first half where he tested him at range there. That's right. So 2 shots. Good save. Well, good save on both, but Talby really needs to be putting it in the corner. You've got no problem if you sort of go, oh, he's had a good effort there, but he's tipped it round the... That's just lazy, Enzo. Just pretended to jump up on the spot like he was going to reach the header and just, yeah. Lazy. Xhaka, long ball to the far right-hand side looking for Nordy. Nordy couldn't get that too far. Yeah. Two minutes to go. Dorgu with a throw. Ballard wins that one. And the next. Siddique with a lovely little touch around the corner. We haven't even... The problem with Isidore and Brobby in this game is we haven't been able to get the ball anywhere near them. Mayenda had to come really deep for his one there, and he did really well for it. But if he's playing as... He's done that again. Done really well, but then Shaw finally penalised for holding on to someone there. Just... We can't seem to get the ball going to our strikers. We don't seem to play it in behind for them. We don't seem to play it to their feet. Enzo had a great chance there to give it to Nordy and just didn't bother. Gatreda now. Plays it through. Nope. Dispossessed. Dorgu's going to come away with that one. Enzo, just let him run past him. Enzo, this is painful from you. It's really disappointing from Enzo. It just looks like he's really not arse. Are you still with us, Mike? If you are, answer your phone message. Long ball forward from United. Yeah. Disappointed not to score. Yeah. I think Talby should have done better. Nordy's everywhere. He's charging forward and say, here we go, Alderete. I don't know what that was. 30 yards out. Don't know if that was a cross or not. Hey. Long, but right, that's it. Full time. What a very disappointing game, and hopefully a lot of lessons learned for Lebris. We'll have to see where that leaves us later on. But you know, if you'd have said how many points was it? 5 points from 12, is it, from before with 10 men at 1 and Palace and Forest? Who knows? Right, I will love yous and leave yous, but thank you all for joining us on this live stream, and we'll see you again in the review after this, and then probably on midweek Mackems on Wednesday where we'll break it down a bit more. So see you later on, guys. Take care of yourself and have fun.